Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer hadn't been on a bike in over 20 years and was looking for a way to get more exercise. Initially skeptical about electric models, they were swayed by online videos and impressed by the value this particular e-bike offered compared to traditional manual bikes. The bike arrived well packaged and was about 90% pre-assembled, making the final setup relatively straightforward. Our reviewer found it took less than an hour to attach the handlebars, front wheel, and a few other components. They noted that having a second person helps, as handling the frame alone can be awkward. The frame itself felt incredibly well made and solid. A few minor adjustments were needed for the brakes and front wheel alignment to ensure a smooth, safe ride, which took a bit of patience for someone new to bike maintenance. For taller riders, this client, who is over 6 feet, highly recommends a handlebar extension to create a more comfortable, upright riding position. They also suggested swapping out the stock seat for a wider, more padded one for longer rides. The lockable front suspension was a nice touch, effectively absorbing bumps, and the hand grips were comfortable from the start. Our reviewer also cautioned against inflating the tires to the maximum pressure listed in the manual, suggesting it's better to fill them slowly until they are just firm to the touch to avoid blowing the inner tubes. Performance-wise, this mountain bike has been amazing. Even after covering nearly 50 miles, primarily using the lowest pedal assist setting, the battery indicator still showed a full charge. The motor provides a significant boost, kicking in smoothly with pedal assist or providing a powerful surge with the throttle, easily getting up to speed. The different assist levels offer great flexibility, from getting a gentle push up small inclines to zipping around town without pedaling at all. The only real concerns were about its durability in wet weather, given the electronic.
Fantastic. Now, let's see what insights our next reviewer has to offer.
This reviewer initially purchased this electric bike for a specific purpose: to enjoy recreational rides with their son and keep pace with his small motorcycle without becoming exhausted. For a long time, the e-bike served this purpose well and was an overall great recreational vehicle, but it was plagued by one significant, almost deal-breaking, flaw. From the very beginning, the brakes were a source of major frustration. They squealed loudly right from the start and required constant tightening after nearly every ride. The problem became so severe that the brakes would often fail just minutes into a ride, proving to be completely unreliable and unsafe. Our reviewer mentions having to resort to braking with their feet, a situation that even led to ruining a pair of shoes. The issue was so persistent that they eventually stopped using the electric bike altogether, believing the entire braking system would need a costly replacement. However, determined to get the e-bike back on the road, this client decided to investigate the problem themselves. Despite having no prior experience with this type of braking system, some online research revealed the issue was simply worn-out brake pads. After an initial attempt at replacement hit a snag with the rear pads not seeming to fit, a final discovery was made. The calipers had been over-tightened over time to compensate for the worn pads. Once loosened, the new pads fit perfectly. With the braking system now fully operational and quiet, the bike has proven to be a fantastic investment. While the pads do seem to wear down more quickly than one might expect, requiring more frequent changes, our reviewer considers this a minor and manageable upkeep task for an otherwise excellent ride.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer recently decided to shift away from using a gas-guzzling car for daily commutes, primarily sparked by the escalating fuel costs, and began exploring electric bike options. Initially, this client tried out a folding electric bike, which served its purpose reasonably well for a while. However, its significant drawback was a distinct lack of suspension, meaning every bump and uneven patch on the road was keenly felt, leading to a rather jarring ride experience. Driven by the desire for something more substantial and comfortable, our reviewer started looking into higher-end electric mountain bikes. It was during this search that this particular electric bike caught their eye. It appeared quite appealing and seemed considerably more accessible than many comparable electric mountain bikes on the market. A quick video review confirmed its promising performance, solidifying the decision to acquire it. Fast forward to now, and our reviewer is actively using this bike for daily commutes. Rather than dwelling on generic descriptions, the focus here is on the practical pros and cons discovered through regular use. A significant pro is its speed. The ability to reach over 20 mph with full throttle is quite impressive, though our reviewer typically sticks to lower speed settings for regular cruising out of caution. The front suspension has been a game changer, handling various bumps and uneven stretches, even on a local dirt path, far better than the previous smaller e-bike without any shock absorption. Furthermore, its standard sizing makes finding compatible accessories remarkably easy. Assembly was also surprisingly straightforward, only requiring the attachment of the front tire, seat, pedals, and handlebars, taking minimal time. However, there were a couple of minor cons. The most notable was the lack of a dedicated assembly manual, with our reviewer relying instead on an online video guide. While mostly effective, it failed to mention a black plastic co.
That's it for this one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.